Hello and welcome back to another episode of EU4. We are once again playing as Spain, but for those of you with a keen eye, you may notice we're back at the 11th of November 1444, which you all know is the first day of the game. Unfortunately, I tried to mess around with the save file a bit. If you watched our episode 1, you'd notice that every time the game auto-saved, it would actually freeze the video, and because in an Iron Man game it autosaves every year, it's actually quite frequent, especially at the speed 4 which I was playing it at. It made for a very choppy video, and I don't think it was that pleasant to watch. So unfortunately that save's gone, which is unfortunate for you guys because we have to start again, and also for me because that was actually a really strong start, I thought. Getting Aragon on our side, actually beating France in that first war, even though we didn't actually get anything from them, to actually win that war was great. Yeah, so we're going to start again. Iron Man is disabled, which means unfortunately any achievements we try to go for won't unlock. But with the autosave disabled completely, I think that's going to be fine. We can just do it in the spirit of the things. And with that in mind, I'll just, autosave never. Fantastic. Okay, so we sort of went through Castile's starting position in the last one. The only thing that would have changed at this point is the AI's attitude to us. Look at Aragon. They haven't technically rivaled us yet, but they are hostile, and I have a feeling that when we unpause the game, or soon thereafter, they will rival us. So we're already slightly weaker start, but I think most of our opening moves will be the same. They're going to rival Morocco, and I think France, because once again we are going to play aggressively. I think the point of this Castile campaign will be to form Spain, play aggressively into Europe. I think sort of fight with Austria for the throne of the Holy Roman Empire, and best case scenario become Holy Roman Emperor. Without being too gamey, I doubt we'll be able to pass all the reforms, but to be voted in as Holy Roman Emperor is pretty cool, considering we don't start as part of the Empire. I've never really done anything like that before, so it'll be a learning experience for me as well. And also, we'll play the colonial game. I think as Castile, you're sort of stupid not to. I think maybe in another playthrough we'll go for a nation that's not so colonial inclined, maybe a member in the HRE, maybe in a bit further east. And in another one we will do another colonial one, maybe with a randomized new world, just to see how we go. Not too sure there, but for now I think we'll play our opening moves the same. Pick a mission. That's almost guaranteed, so we'll get the prestige and power from it. To form an alliance with Portugal. We will start improving relations with Burgundy, because we do want to secure that alliance to take on France. Here we go. Portugal, yes. Navarra, yes. I think given the circumstances, we want to beat Aragon to Navarra. So we will royal marry them. Fantastic. Just us so far. Still haven't rivaled us, but they've taken the mission. So we're going to try and beat them to it. We'll pick up the speed a bit. And if we do, probably means wreck our friendship beyond repair. That being said, we still want to avoid going to war with Aragon directly. We'll take the mission first, get more diplomatic power. We then got the Iberian wedding will still fire, so it seems foolish fighting over land will technically, I suppose, inherit, for lack of a better word anyway. And going to war with Aragon, we will want to win that war, which will tank their prestige, which means they will lose Naples. So really we want Aragon to keep their prestige, to keep Naples. So when the Iberian wedding event fires, if it fires, although I think normally it does, we want to inherit as much land as possible. Burgundy wants military access. Interesting. What war would that be? They've declared on England. I think we'll give England access. They'll probably just rival us as soon as they're out of in peacetime anyway, but that's alright. I think improve our prestige. We never actually ended up doing it last time, but we can try all the same. We're going to turn off our national focus. I think take the +2. We can afford it with our gold mine. We'll take the trade efficiency. Diplomatic reputation is nice, but we don't have the economy for it. Still making 550. We could the artist, but we will take the natural scientist for the production efficiency. We have a free diplomat kicking about. We should be improving relations with Navarra. We want to get that up to 190 so we can offer them vacillation, which they will accept. We will build our navy up to the force limit. That's the other thing I sort of want to do, really work on our navy in this campaign. A bit later on, when our force limit gets a bit higher, we'll invest in a few more early carracks. The problem with that, though, is we will probably lag behind in diplomatic technology early on, and we'll probably be playing catch up for most of the campaign. Means our ships, Aragon is fabricating claims. Our ships will be outdated, so it might be slightly foolish. Although in the new patches they have the auto update ones, which might help. They also have the army builder, which I always forget about and I should really work on. In fact, maybe not. I might wait until we got cannons or army gets decimated, which is more than likely at some point or the other, but hopefully early on we'll win all our battles. Knowing our luck, France will take both of these provinces this time, which means we won't be able to declare on England. I still like the idea of going after Morocco, especially getting Tangiers in particular. That bonus to trade is good. I think by tying up our diplomat in Navarra, unfortunately, it's going to slow down our game from the last time because we won't have a claim straight away to act on for anything. Here we go. Aragon's allied with Portugal. Are they already in the war? Current wars? They are not. What's this? We'll take the inflation. Do we jump into this war? tank our prestige if we don't. But do we really want to be wasting manpower? Shit. Gonna have to decline. Pull them out of there. Sorry, Navarra. That's far less than ideal. Are they what? Oh no, they're winning double. We'll have to fabricate a claim. After all, we're gonna want to declare. Although, how are we going with Burgundy? Do you want to marry us yet? -1, very, very close, and I'm sure as soon as we get the marriage, they'll offer us the alliance, which is what we want. About Austria. You don't like Burgundy, so you'll like us even less when we get that alliance. Get our knights to join up in Madrid. Of Enrique. So then he'll die. Yes. I don't know why that star's not there when we close that. Interesting. Okay. Granada has. When does our truce end? 14 for 2 more years. France knows we're fabricating. That would give us a bit of aggressive expansion. Something's happened. Oh, it must be the aggressive expansion. That's a pain in the butt. Get our navies to join up. We'll start protecting trade. Actually not making that much money. What inflation looking like? It is rising. We did take... Interesting. We don't have enough papal influence to invest in anything yet. So the papal state at this point will be... That's probably because no one has enough influence. We'll take out light ships and protect trade in Seville. Burgundy. Does that mean they're not in the 100 Years' War? Very interesting. Are they allied still? Yes. We're friendly with... Interesting, they want these here. That might change once they lose their continental provinces. So we're off to a slightly... Are you allied with anyone? Morocco? That's alright. Morocco, just Granada. Interesting. We might use that actually. We might actually declare on Morocco and name them as co-belligerents, separate peace then. Kill 2 birds with the 1 war, I suppose. Depending on if Morocco allies anyone else in the meantime. Are you still at war? Yes, you are. Which means you won't join us in a French war. Oh, you're not even allied yet. Herpaderp. Portugal would though. That's a nice change from last time. How are we going with that? Marriage? Yes. And for our friends in the south, I think we're going to have to fabricate a claim. We want Tangiers. I wonder if Portugal has not. Do they've here on Garb instead, which is fine by me. If they want to siege it in our war, I'll gladly give it to them. Could be foolish making Portugal stronger, but like I said in the last video, the only time we should come into conflict is a colonial game, and that being the case, I don't think it'll wreck our friendship long term. As I said that last time, and I ended up fabricating claims, didn't I? Still in the war. It'll keep them busy at least while they're fighting there. They won't be fighting me. Scotland. Got a claim there. Ireland's at war. Very interesting. I might kick it up a bit faster. It's not really... Okay. Oh yes. This is very good for us actually. Oh. Very interesting. Genoa. We'll lose the money. We're about to go on a few wars. We need all the manpower we can get. Genoa. I wonder if they have that claim. Yes. Their missions. For those who haven't played as Genoa, a lot of missions to take a lot of these places, like Gibraltar. And that was fast. Interesting. Okay, yeah, sort of Gibraltar. I think there's one for Constantinople. Maybe not Ragusa, definitely. Maybe not Constantinople. I think I just. Yeah, it boosts. You get. I think it's plus 10 or plus 20. Where is it? Mercantilism, which is really good for trade. Can't even say the word. One of the achievements actually in this game is to get 100% or something, so you know, it's actually a good one because if you can actually conquer these things. The problem is it's really hard. Like for example, it's hard to beat Castile into declaring that war. It's hard to beat. It's hard to beat either Hungary or Venice or whoever to Ragusa. It's really interesting. We might have a look at that in a future Let's Play. We'll see how we go. But anyway, we've got our claim. What we're going to do, we're going to start to fabricate one of them there. And then as soon as we're allowed to, on the 14th, we will declare war. Oh, fuck. Okay. So they're not actually allied anymore. It's probably part of their peace. But I think we're going to have to hit Morocco while they're down. It's too good an opportunity to miss. I wonder how much. We'll go back to the ledger, see how... where is it? Not buildings, military. Morocco has... Where are you, Morocco? Oh, yeah. No manpower, no men. In fact, that's their entire army. Portugal will come. Probably don't need them, but we'll take it. Why did you split into one? Why would you send the one stack first game? Maybe you're not, I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the one I had highlighted. So we're going to get Morocco. In fact, we probably just afford to declare the two wars. In fact, I think I will, in the interests of saving time. It doesn't make any difference because we fully annex them, but we will come stand in it. Oh, try and beat them there. Then come to Granada. I don't know if we'll catch them or not. That's alright, you can go to Gibraltar. Unless you're going to look at it is, you are. Interesting. In fact, you guys can stay here. I don't know how many men we'll need. good. We are leading. Why are they... Did they... And they're not going to give it to us, unfortunately. Like, generally speaking, a ally will siege a province, and with the new patches and everything, they'll give you the siege, they'll transfer ownership of the siege if they don't have a interest in the province. But Portugal has a claim, which means they won't transfer it, which means Morocco will hang on to Tangiers for now, unfortunately. Attach a siege, you go there. Attach another siege, go here. On a siege, they're losing money at the moment. Not much, that's... because they're reinforcing our armies, I imagine. Attach a siege, detach another siege. Given this, Fez is their capital. Very interesting. Where's Marrakesh? Very interesting. I don't know if they've moved it or what. Very interesting. But regardless, yeah, once they reinforce, go stand in Fez, siege their capital. We'll move these guys home. I don't want to lose unnecessary manpower. In fact, you don't have any siege bonus, so we may as well move you back. Kick our speed back up. They're still at war. Still at war. We have a royal marriage, but not an alliance. Because we're at war? Yes. We'll take some technology. Military tech is always nice. We won Fez. Pause. Legitimacy is going up every year. We'll lose a legitimacy. First siege 1. May as well stand over here. Find the siege of Gibraltar. I do love a good story. Let's swing them over here. We don't want them with their siege. We have won another siege. Fez is ours. All of these are ours. We got the navy. If you're wondering why I moved my fleet, I don't know if that gives you any prestige or not. I'm not entirely sure. Portugal did transfer that. That is awfully nice of them. Who rivaled us? Sorry? France, which means they're out of that war. They're going to fabricate a claim here. Oh, they are friendly. Do you really want to piss England off? Look at this. They got... Probably Gibson. No? Oh, yeah, still at war. Derp. You know what? Let's improve some relations. We won't royal marry them or anything, I don't think. We don't want a permanent relationship there. But let's piece these guys out. We won't, full annexation, we won't have any overextension or anything. An extra bit of prestige. That's fine. So we won't actually lose as much prestige anymore because we no longer have uncontested cause, which we did here. So for those of you who haven't actually played this game, whenever you conquer a province, generally speaking, everything we own right now, we have a core on. We consider it one of our core provinces. So if you come here, you look at this one, Morocco is a core. And this is also a core of another nation, but it's grayed out at the moment because that nation doesn't exist. We could get, in this peace deal, for example, we could get Morocco to release this nation, and so that would no longer, I'm not sure if they keep their core or not, I imagine they would not. But yeah, so basically a core is a province that belongs to your nation. If you look here, this is Morocco's core. Look at these two, their claims, their green border, which means we see some legitimacy. We've sort of said to the world, no, this really belongs to us. Portugal has done the same. So we could, what we're going to do is when we peace out Morocco, in the peace deal we're going to demand that they give us this province of Tangiers. And what will happen then is we will then own Tangiers. Morocco will still have their claim, their core, sorry, we'll both still have our claims. So what we'll have to do is use some of our administrative power to turn it into a core. You don't, technically speaking, you don't have to core your provinces, but you get big penalties to your tax and your production and everything, which means you make less money on it. You also be considered to be overextended. Your overextension will go up, so the more provinces aren't cored, that is. And if you go over 100%, rebels will pop up and stuff, and it's not very pleasant at all. So when you fabricate a claim on a province, not only does it give you a CB, casus belli, a reason to go to war, but it will also make it cheaper for us to core it. So that's why also, even though we already had a reason to go to war, I also claimed Melilla here, because we also want to take that. It's in our trade node, so we'll get more control over the Sevilla trade node, which means more money for us, and we will end up coring it, so with the claim it will be cheaper to do that. So, and the point of that was the Granada was quite easy on us. The only thing we suffer is aggressive expansion. We don't have to worry about coring costs or overextension or anything, and it doesn't cost us really any administrative power, so it's actually a special case. Generally speaking, taking a province is a lot more costly than that. We're just lucky that at the start of the game we start with those cores. So we'll have they've got low, which means they're more likely to give us what we want. We want 10 Gs and that, which they're willing. We could release Fez. How big is it? Ooh, I wonder what colour they are. If they say that colour, that's actually quite a nice colour. That would hurt them. Also with war, we've got a war score of 48%, and this is considered 86% value, which is rather not accept. Generally you need at least 10% to start making demands. Because they're low, they would be likely to go above the 48, but obviously 86 is too much for them. There's that. Could get them to pay war reparation. So 62, that's probably pretty close. Take their money. Is it worth the inflation? 2.04. I think so. We could say we don't release Fez. We could give that to Portugal, but that seems silly. I think we'll release Fez. 75, bit of prestige. We'll still be just short of that 50, which is unfortunate, but we'll send, they will accept. fantastic. Building once an alliance, which we will gladly accept. So here we go, 106. We'll definitely score both of them. Wonder if Portugal's angry with us for anything. Have it claimed. That would be on 10 Gs. So we indirectly piss them off a little bit, but it's also expensive to core. Here we go again. Repeat of last time. I'm going to pause the game here. I think we'll end the episode here. Bit slower start than the first episode, but we did get more land for ourselves. We don't have they're threatened by us. Interesting. They're no longer hostile. We could. Navarra, are you? You are a vassal of Aragon. Very interesting. We still have room for one more. Very interesting. Actually, if we were to do that, we are in a much... I'm going to get a royal marriage there. Let that tick through. Jesus, Munster's blown up here. They're allied with England and Scotland though. Interesting that they're... Maybe one day we'll see an island, I don't know. Yeah, so I was going to say slightly weaker than last time in terms of our alliances, but now with Aragon liking us, actually very strong position. We won't, I doubt we'll need to go back into Africa for anything. Eventually we might come and take Oran, because one of our missions is to continue that. Not really worth anything to us though, is it? I think that might be it for Africa actually. The only real reason we took them is for the trade, although there is something to be said. Safi does lead there. I'm not too sure how these work, if that goes through Brazil for example. It might be worth to take more of Safi, but for now I think we'll leave it there. In the next episode we will definitely accept this call to arms, hopefully beat up on France a bit, although the difference this time is France declared, so they might be in a strong position. Regardless of that, yeah, so not unfortunately we lost our first save, although I think in this instance it actually paid off for us because of our strongest start, sort of. Bit of a surprise there at the end with Aragon, but we'll take it. They're still got the personal union. So yes, please join me next time for some more EU4. Look forward to seeing you then.